Welcome to the Witchy Work Wishes podcast, a place to find your weekly inspiration for bringing your personal witchcraft practice into your business, work, and office. Welcome to Witchy Work Wishes. I am your host, Charlene, and today's episode is all about Tuesday being Mars Day. There are planets associated with each day of the week, and on a previous episode, I focused on Monday being a moon day, one of my favorite episodes. I am going through each day of the week, pulling one each month for a podcast topic. In December, I'll have Wednesday and the planet Mercury. January, we'll have Thursday and the planet Jupiter. February, we'll have the planet Venus and Friday. March, we'll have an episode all about Saturn and Saturday. And then we'll wrap it up with Sunday and the Sun with an episode in April. But before I jump into Mars and Tuesday, I always like to start off with 3 things I did this past weekend to help with my witchcraft practice. So last week was a crazy week for me, as I'm sure it was for everyone. We had a big day last Tuesday, ironically, since that's what we're talking about today. Which happened to have a bunch of things happening on the exact same day. We had a full lunar eclipse, we had a full moon, and of course that eclipse and full moon combo made it a blood moon. In the United States, it was an election day, and on Tuesday in my specific area, it ended up being really stormy and it rained all day, which I'm so excited about. So I got the unique chance to grab some blood moon storm water. The original ritual that I had planned for my full moon evening, of course, got tweaked a little bit since I had this unique opportunity of storm water. And I ended up using the storm water for something very particular. I really spent a good amount of time on this ritual and did end up writing it down in my book so I could track the progress with it. With all of this happening on Mars Tuesday, the power of ending things was amazing, and I took full advantage of this magical day. I can say that the energy did linger throughout the week, but by the weekend, I was feeling a bit more grounded and centered. I was able to slow down and curl up with my dream book. Again, this one is called Modern Dream Work, New Tools for Decoding Your Soul's Wisdom by Linda Yale Schiller. I mentioned the specific dream that prompted me to buy this book in last week's episode, all about tea at the office. And I did find some guidance with that specific dream that I had in this book. But of course, that opens up even more wonderful areas I now need to research. It was nice, though, to slow down and have a fire in my fireplace. It was actually my first fireplace of the season. First fire in my fireplace of the season. And just curl up with a book and snuggle up. So with that, the second thing I did was clean. And not just clean, but clean. The fire in my fireplace really got me into a cozy home mood. So I spent one whole day, literally the entire day, cleaning my house. My older son is coming home from college for Thanksgiving. So I spent a good amount of time cleaning his room specifically and, washing the sheets so everything is fresh and just kind of tidying up. I did cleanse the space, which I'll do again just before he comes home. And I added a bunch of fluffy blankets, a crystal moon rock, which is a light, and then a nice plant to his space. It really looks nice. It looks welcoming and cozy. Of course, once you start cleaning one area, right, it just bleeds into another area because you take things you don't need in that area and you put them somewhere else, and then that somewhere else needs to get cleaned, and so on and so on. So at some point I just gave up and I said, yep, we're going for it. We're cleaning the whole house. I don't know about you guys, but if I really mob on like one area and get it super cleaned and fixed up, I just keep walking back into the space and admiring it like all day long. Do you guys do that? Anyways, for my son's room, there are a couple more, finishing touches I need to add, and then I'll be ready for him to come home. The third thing I did was to work on my new business structure plan a little bit more. I have briefly mentioned this in previous episodes, maybe not in detail, but in general, that my office was going through some changes, and how I have a big kind of restructuring phase intended for 2023. And I want to work with the new moon that is coming up on the 23rd of November, next week, which happens to be falling on Thanksgiving Eve. So the new moon is a really good time to work with fresh starts, and I would like to harness this energy with some more things I need to put in motion for that 2023 business plan that I have. So using that new moon's energy will help harness things to keep this momentum moving forward. And I know next week is going to be super busy for me. So I took some time this past weekend to do some maybe like pre-ritual, if you want to call it, work, just to kind of be organized and be ready to go. So on the Wednesday new moon next week, I can just jump right into it. Okay. Moon status this Wednesday. She is going to be exactly in her last quarter on Wednesday as this airs. Last quarter moons are all about transition and reflecting on your hard work that you've done so far. So if any obstacles have come up on maybe goals that you made on the previous new moon, this is a good time to remove them and remove any negative energy holding you back from reaching those goals. All right, on to our main topic, Mars and Tuesday. So I have this episode broken down into 3 main areas, which are how Tuesday is ruled by the planet Mars and what this means for us, things we can do on Tuesday at work that will help us have better work days, and then clothes, colors, and jewelry to wear on our Tuesday, Mars Day. Okay, let's start with how Tuesday is ruled by the planet Mars. The first thing we are going to notice about Tuesday is how there's a bunch of masculine energy. Coming right off of our Monday feminine day, Tuesday is going to elicit more feelings of authority and strength. And it's going to give you kind of a take charge mood. So Tuesday will be a good day to tackle your battles and your struggles. This is a great day for leadership type functions, both at work and your personal life. So Mars is ruled by the ancient god of war. So it's no surprise that the element for Mars and Tuesday is going to be fire. We're going to want to bring in our reds, our oranges, and our black colors that day to mirror the passion and power that, the war type energy brings out. If you have dragon's blood incense, this is the perfect day to use it. You're going to want to light your red candles. And if you're into kitchen magic, this is a good day for cooking or baking with red and dark berries. This is not a day to be shy or timid. Tuesdays are the power days. And this is when you are going to deal with conflict. And not just deal with it, but deal with it with authority and full confidence. Our crystals for Mars on Tuesday are going to be our big reds. It's going to be our ruby, garnet, bloodstone, and carnelian. Our herbs and plants will be, the red rose, nettle, coxcomb, thistle, and cactus. The 2 zodiac signs associated with Mars are Aries and Scorpio. So we talked about Cancer and how that sign is so closely associated with the moon, making Mondays very predictable if you know the Cancer sign. Well, Tuesdays will be the same if you know the Scorpio and Aries sign. This is their day. So the Scorpio sign is aggressive, right? They fight well and they are fiercely protective. They are outgoing, they can be stubborn, and usually not a sign to mess with too much. Associated with Hades, god of the dead and king of the underworld, the Scorpio sign is faithfully loyal. This is an intense sign. Tuesday is also Aries day, and this sign is very courageous. Aries are determined. They are honest, almost to a fault sometimes, confident, and impulsive. It's an aggressive sign, just like Scorpio, and one that is usually in a leadership type role. They can be short-tempered and quick to fight, but are also optimistic and enthusiastic. So if you take all of this energy and wrap it up into a planet and a day, you have Mars and our Take Charge Tuesday. The energy of Mars on Tuesday in general is just going to be very, very masculine. You will have tones of strength, confidence, passion, power, authority, conflicts, and victory, as well as feelings of leadership and protection. Focusing on and developing your authority and power on a Tuesday is just going to be great overall. So what are the things we can do on a Tuesday that will help us have better work days? Well, first and foremost, Tuesday is a great day to plan meetings. This is your take charge kind of day to tackle your work obstacles. Monday is really good for making your to-do lists and plan out your work week. And Tuesday is a great day to start tackling everything. And not just, marking things off the list, but jump in, right? Jump in with authority and passion and handle your business. Mars and Tuesday are all about action. So be courageous on this day. Start your workday with energy and passion and go for what you want. Use this powerful day full of high energy and personal drive to complete your tasks. It's a strong day of determination. So Tuesday is the perfect day to get it done. Whatever it is for you, this is your day. So with Mars being so aggressive, Tuesday is a good day to deal with someone at work who is maybe causing trouble or talking and gossiping about you. You can, of course, use a darker approach in dealing with this, but you personally can take steps to protect yourself from it. With the Scorpio presence and the strong connection to Hades, Tuesday is also a good day to work with the death of something. And, when I say death, death does not necessarily mean to have something physically die. It can mean the end of something, the death of it. Something that is no longer working for you. So in the office, this can be maybe a workday habit that is no longer serving you well. Working to end this habit on a Tuesday, your power day, and replacing it with a good habit is going to be very effective. The saying, when one door closes, another opens? It is so, so true. And you can look at it much like the death or end of something at work that allows for the beginning of something new to open up for you. Sometimes new projects can't begin until another project ends. And this does not need to be negative either. Maybe it's just a natural time for the project to be ending. Also, if you're struggling maybe with being noticed at your job or you really want a promotion, Tuesday and Mars will help you create that warrior's energy and give you strength and courage in tackling this obstacle. So spell work on Tuesday, Mars Day, is going to be best done by using like a red candle, using iron. It does not need to be something really big, but it does need to be the actual iron metal, and using the element of fire. So I mentioned before, our crystals for Mars on Tuesday are going to be the big reds, ruby, garnet, bloodstone, and carnelian. Our herbs and plants will be the red rose, nettle, coxcomb, thistle, and cactus. So working with any of these will enhance your spell work on Tuesday. Now, spell work at the office is not easy, right? Especially if you're a closet witch like me. And more specifically, if your office is like mine, which is, in general, very neutral when it comes to beliefs, religion, and spiritual work, it's going to be tough to do a lot of your day in and day out spell work. So I keep this side of my personal life very private. And I really do believe, unless of course your business is in that specific area, keeping your office clear of this is a good practice. So how do we do our spell work at work? Well, if you can, try maybe doing some of it before you come into the office or when you come home. But there are a lot of things you can do that will blend into a typical, quote unquote, corporate office. That's still going to let you get the powerful intentions and your spell work done. So the easiest is going to be the use of crystals and stones. You can say the intention to yourself quietly or in your head and hold the crystal or stone and then keep it with you all day long. You can bring a bay leaf into the office, with you. Write it down at your desk. Write down, whatever word or phrase prompts you to think about the task on hand. Carry it with you all day, and then, which gives it energy, of course, and then use maybe fire or the red candle magic when you get home to close out the spell. Of course, we talked about tea on last week's episode. This is a great inconspicuous way to add intentions to your workday. And essential oils actually are going to be good too. Good ones for Tuesday specifically are myrrh, M-Y-R-R-H, myrrh, ginger, and cardamom. Many corporate places use room sprays, that generic air freshener type stuff. So I think adding essential oil spray to do your spell work could probably not cause a bunch of alarm to your coworkers. They're certainly going to notice maybe a new smell, but you can play it off in many ways just to kind of blend everything in. Mars Tuesday is a great day to work with the dead and your ancestors. Doing this type of work in the office is probably not ideal, but something you can do either before or after work. All right, note of caution. I think this powerful energy of Mars needs to be respected. To the same degree, we can have a kick-ass kind of a day and get all of our projects going and use the masculine energy to be powerful, we could easily have a destructive day. Mars is known for being violent. It's the planet of war. So be mindful when harnessing this power and be sure to use it constructively. All right, so what are the clothes, colors, and jewelry to wear on our Tuesday Mars Day? You know what? Just think red and war. Seriously, this is your power day. So red, orange, and black are going to be the best colors for Tuesday. For workday outfits, you're going to want something that enhances your feeling of being in control. While Monday Moon Day was all about loose, flowy clothing that is feminine, our Tuesday Mars Day is all about the power suit, or whatever you feel strong in. This is going to be your confident boosting outfit. You know that one when you walk out the door, you just know you look good in? Since Tuesdays are a good day for meetings, plan ahead and know your audience and what clothing will represent the image you want to display. So much communication happens without words, and clothing is a big part of that. So clothes to mirror Tuesday's energy of drive and ambition should keep that masculine feel and be your power outfits. For jewelry, we have a bunch of options here. Remember, our main pieces, of course, are ruby, garnet, bloodstone, and carnelian. But if you have anything with Hades on it, maybe a necklace, this would be a great day to wear it. Or something, of course, with the Scorpio or Aries sign. Okay, let's circle all of this together and wrap up the main thoughts for Tuesday, Mars Day. First one is Tuesday is going to elicit masculine energy. It's going to give you a take charge mood. It's a good day to tackle your battles and struggles. Second, Mars is ruled by the ancient god of war. So our element for Tuesday is fire. Third, Tuesdays have tones of strength, confidence, passion, power, authority, conflicts, and victory. Fourth, Tuesday is your day to plan your meetings. Be courageous this day. Tuesday is the perfect day to get it done. Whatever it is for you, this is your day. Fifth, spell work on Tuesday, Mars Day, is going to be best done by using a red candle, working with iron. Again, does not need to be something really big, but does need to be the actual iron metal, and working with the element of fire. Sixth, you can use tea, essential oils, stones, and crystals for easy office intentions and spell work on Tuesdays, or use your time before and after work for the more complicated spell work. Seventh, Mars Tuesday is a great day to work with the dead and your ancestors. Eighth, this is your power day. So red, orange, and black are going to be the best colors for Tuesday. Ninth, For your workday outfits, you're going to want something that enhances your feeling of being in control. Ladies, grab your power suit or the outfit that gives you a bunch of confidence. 10th, our crystals for Mars and Tuesday are going to be our big reds: ruby, garnet, bloodstone, and carnelian. 11th, our herbs and plants will be the red rose, nettle, coxcomb, thistle, and cactus. And lastly, in 12th, be respectful of the Mars Tuesday energy. To the same degree we can have a kick-ass kind of day, we could easily have a destructive day. Mars is known for being violent. It is the planet of war. So be mindful. All right, if you have listened to previous Witchy Work podcasts, you know I always like to wrap up the episodes with a personal poem. So here we go. Strength and courage he brings to me. This power of Mars is sure to be. As the dragon's blood incense burns, for my own good the power turns. The ruby, garnet, and bloodstone call to rise with me and watch them fall. The scorpion stings his deadly blow as the Aries power ebbs and flows. With my iron sword to fight and win, the battle's fierce cry begins. Each step I take is brave and strong. Mars will sing my victory song. And on this day that burns in red, my true intentions are boldly said. My battles fought and wars are won. I call on Mars to get this done. Give me passion, give me fire. Let all come true that I desire. Tuesday is my day of war. It shall be said forevermore. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I am on my own quest to research all of my witchy work wishes. And going through the days of the week is one of the things on my wish list. If you have anything on your wish list and would like me to look into it and possibly do a podcast on it, just shoot me an email to info@witchyworkwishes.com. I promise to respond just as quick as I can. All right, I hope you're having a great week, and I will talk with you next week. Thank you for joining me today at Witchy Work Wishes, a place to find your weekly inspiration for bringing your personal witchcraft practice into your business, work, and office. For more information and additional content, please visit me online at witchyworkwishes.com. If you want to send me a personal note, please email me at info@witchyworkwishes.com. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for Witchy Work Wishes.